Ukraine's biggest anti-corruption crackdown since the war began, has thrown President Volodymyr Zelensky into fresh turmoil. As the fight drags on, Zelensky now faces a second and perhaps more dangerous front, a war against his own system, one he appears increasingly unable to control. Investigators say corruption has seeped deep into Ukraine's energy sector, striking at the core of Energoatom, the state-run nuclear giant. A vast kickback and embezzlement ring allegedly skimmed up to 15% off state contracts. Evidence that even in wartime, graft remains untamed under Zelensky's watch. The National Anti-Corruption Bureau, NABU, says the probe followed 15 months of surveillance and more than 70 raids nationwide. Over $100 million may have been laundered through fake contracts and shell firms, a sign that criminal networks operated unchecked for years. Among those named are figures tied to Zelensky's political and personal circle, including Timur Mindich, a businessman and longtime associate of the president, who fled Ukraine hours before the raids began. Searches were also conducted at properties linked to former Energy Minister Herman Halushchenko. The investigations have reignited public anger and exposed fractures inside the president's own administration.
Any effective actions against corruption are very needed. The inevitability of punishment is necessary. The energy sector and everyone involved in corrupt schemes must face a clear procedural response. There must be convictions.
Despite Zelensky's pledge, many Ukrainians see a president reacting too late, only after pressure from Western donors and watchdogs. Brussels and Washington have both warned Kyiv that future aid will depend on visible progress in cleaning up its institutions. This scandal comes as Ukraine struggles to keep its lights on amid renewed Russian strikes on power plants. For millions of Ukrainians living under blackouts, the revelation that energy funds may have been stolen has sparked fury and deepened doubts about Zelensky's leadership. Analysts say Zelensky is now fighting a dual-front war, defending territory against Russia while battling corruption at home. But the erosion of public trust, combined with political infighting, risks weakening Ukraine's wartime unity and its standing with allies. European officials are closely watching Kyiv's response, linking anti-corruption reforms to future membership talks and financial aid. For Ukraine, this investigation is more than a legal battle. It's a test of whether Zelensky can still lead a country torn between external war and internal decay.